Hello Gemini, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your July 2022 monthly check-in reading for you. So if you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what's going on for the sign of Gemini? What do we need to know? We have the Star. So reaching for higher goals within your life. So this is you basically thinking about the dreams that you had when you were younger and how you can attain them. Or currently what you're thinking about is how are you going to attain something within your life. So this can be representation of, say you've always wanted to be an astronaut. How are you going to become an astronaut? Well, you have to go to school, you have to have perfect eyesight, you have to have all of these different things. So sometimes you have to say, hey, that dream is actually unattainable. However, I could work with the astronauts. I don't have to be an astronaut myself. Now, the dreams that are attainable, how are you going to reach them? What is the next step? So sometimes this is all about taking the first step and then taking the next step and then the next step. So it's kind of like looking at the full constellation and how they kind of line up with one another. Think of any constellation in the sky. One star connects to this star and then connects to this star and this one. And then all of a sudden you have the full picture, right? That creates the constellation. So what do we need to know about the star for Gemini? What is going on for Gemini? Now I'm going to be using the Revelations Tarot. This deck does have reversals. So we have the World in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles upright. Okay. This is you not seeing the full picture right here, okay? You're saying that you have closed out certain situations within your life, but you haven't actually closed them out. In fact, they're coming back up. Now, here's the thing with the Hermit. The Hermit is trying to illuminate you to a situation, but you don't want to accept what they have to say. You're saying, no, I can make this work myself. But here's the thing about the Hermit. He is a master of everything within his life, okay? He knows the Hierophant organization inside and out. He is the person who has taught the Magician energy, the Magician card. Because at one point, he was the Magician. And then he took a magician or an apprentice underneath him. He trained him and taught him everything that he knows, and then he retired from the situation and moved on. Now, what the Hermit does is he carries the light of illumination around, and he goes and finds weary travelers who are lost in like the moonlight energy, and then he fully illuminates them to something within their life. So you're trying to be illuminated to what you should do next within your starlight right here. However, you're choosing not to do that because you don't want to end a certain situation. With this Four of Pentacles, you're holding on to something. You're holding on to Four Pentacles or anything within your life. It could be an addiction, it could be money, it could be love, whatever. And you're choosing not to let it go, even though the Hermit is saying, close the cycle and move on with your life. You're saying, no, I want to keep the cycle open. It might be useful for later. The Hermit is saying, it's not going to be useful for later. Shut it down. So I'm going to be using the Vampire Tarot. Let's clarify this world energy. What do we need to know for the world? What cycle is not closed out? Now it's going to be different for everyone. This is just a general reading, okay? You have the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Scepters. So here's the thing. I'm going to pull one more card for the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Queen of Grails energy. So this is kind of representation of love, keeping the door open right here. In a way, with this Three of Scepters, you have sent out a message and you're hoping that that message is returned to you. You're trying to get some sort of response from this Queen of Grails, and the Queen of Grails is represented by Cancerian energy. With the Wheel of Fortune, you're hoping that the wheel will change in your favor right here. You're hoping that you can keep this revolving door open and that this person or situation, whatever it is in your life, will come crawling back to you in a sense. Sorry. So the Queen of Grails doesn't always have to be a person, although court cards or face cards are represented as people. It could be anything within your life, but you're choosing not to end a situation with potentially a very loving person or a person who has been loving to you in the past. You want to keep it open. You want to send out messages even though you know it should end. So what is this Hermit in reverse? What's going on right here? What are you choosing not to be illuminated to? We have the Lord of Cups and the Star. You're choosing not to be illuminated to a situation that's much stronger than what you had before, okay? So here's the thing. You're hoping that this Queen of Cups will come into your life, right? Come back into your life. Maybe you spent time, money, resources, whatever on this person. What you're not being illuminated to, that there is something much stronger out there, because the Queen of Cups is subservient to the King of Cups, at least within this archetype. The Queen of Wands is not subservient to the King of Wands. However, what you need to understand is that you need to continue to move forward, shut this cycle down, because there is a Lord of Cups who is around the corner. There is a stronger situation for you, okay? But you're saying, no, I want to keep this one open. I want to hold on to it with all of my might. But here's the thing, Gemini. Why would you want to keep the Queen when you could have the King coming out next? This is a much more solid offer for you. So what is this Four of Pentacles? What's going on right here? Why do you not want to let this go? We have the Six of Knives and the Nine of Scepters. Because it will cause you mental anguish. You don't want to move on from the situation because it's going to force you to confront the ugly truth within your life, okay? You're trying to live in ignorance is bliss. You want to keep the door open because you're saying this person is not a bad person, or this situation isn't bad. They'll come crawling back. They'll be happy with me. But here's the thing. You're only hurting yourself by holding on to the situation and not moving forward, okay? What the Hermit is illuminating to you is that there is a much stronger idea, a much stronger person, or whatever situation just around the corner for you. But it requires you to end contact and communication with this world right here. You can't have this anymore. It's only prolonging your misery. You're holding on to the pain because you've allowed it to happen for so long. What's going on for Gemini? We have the Hierophant, the Queen of Scepters, and the Two of Knives. This situation is very attractive to you, Gemini, but you don't see the ugly truth behind it, okay? Here's the thing about the Queen of Scepters. She's a witch. However you want to look at it, that's what she does. She is very sexually open. She's not subservient. She has her own ideas, her own money, her own thought processes, right? And she can lure anyone to her. With this Hierophant situation, it's almost like you were wanting to be committed to this right here. You're saying, I absolutely must be committed to this, maybe through marriage, through law, whatever. And I must have it for myself. But the Two of Knives is saying, you're not seeing the ugly truth behind the situation, that the Nine of Scepters is that it's always going to leave you miserable. You cannot see that for yourself. You can't heal from the situation. The Queen of Scepters is someone who is a perfect fling, all right? She chooses who she wants to be with. She can have anyone that she wants, though. She can say, I want to fling with this person and this one over here and then this one over here. But here's the problem. She has someone who she's committed to already. She has the King of Wands. Sometimes she just likes to tease people. She doesn't have to fully commit to anything because she has her own ideas, her own money. She has her own kingdom that she runs. She's not subservient to the King of Wands, as I said, with the Queen of Wands and the Lord of Brails right here. So I kind of feel like you could never be committed to someone or whatever this is because they're not someone that you can commit to. They have their options open. They're playing the field, okay? It's kind of like when people say, you know, when they get fired from a job, oh, that's that company's loss. That company can hire whoever they want. They'll replace you just like that. You are very, very expendable to them, okay? And this is kind of representation of someone, you know, who's rich, who's flashy, who has money, who has the looks. If they want to get married to you, they will get married to you. However, if they don't want to do that, then they're not going to. They have options open and they're playing you. But you don't want to admit that to yourself. You can't admit that to yourself. That's your problem right here, Gemini. That's what you're not seeing with the Hermit. This person's playing you. However, if you were to look at it from a higher perspective and understand, hey, the Starlight is saying that this was just a blip within what I was supposed to do within my life. there is something that is going to allow me to see the full constellation, and the full constellation is this King of Cups right here. He is someone who wants to be committed. He is someone who is in control of his emotions. Someone who works underneath the Hierophant organization and does things properly. Okay? So what else is going on for Gemini? We have the Seven of Scepters, we have the Lord of Scepters, and we have the Four of Scepters. You are blocking forward movement into a celebration by doing this right here. Someone wants to have a celebration with you, however, they're blocking you off to them. Okay, so maybe there is someone in your life who wants, to have a good relationship with you, that wants to be committed, that wants to give you the perfect life right here. That is your star. But they don't want you because they see that you are just polarized on whatever this is over here, because we have now Scorpio and Leo energy coming out. So the Seven of Scepters is Leo energy, the Lord of Scepters is Leo energy, and Four of Scepters is Aries. Queen of Scepters is also Aries, Nine of Scepters is Sagittarius. It's almost as though, Gemini, you allow yourself to get hurt and you keep leaving this revolving door open, hoping that this person will crawl back to you. But here's the thing, Gemini, they have options. They've done this to hundreds of people, maybe. People are always going to look at them and you're thinking to yourself, well, I've just let the best thing in my life go. If I'm just, show them vulnerability, if I show them that I can be a good person, if I show them that the door is still open, they'll come back. Or whatever the situation is, that job, they'll call me back, but they're not going to. They might come back for a quick fling, but that's it. They're blocked off to Hierophant energy. They are blocked off to a commitment with you. Okay? The Eight of Scepters with the Daughter of Skulls. But a gift is coming in very quickly for you. You're receiving some sort of gift right here. The Nine of Knives, some sort of anxiety gift. So your energy is coming out. So kind of what I'm seeing for you is that you're going to have some sort of thought process where you're going to replay over and over and over in your head. And through this anxiety that you have, a piece of knowledge will be given to you. You're going to have that clarity moment. And kind of like a punishment from the from the Hermit for turning down his information. Because here's the thing about the Hermit, Gemini. It's Virgo energy. You and Virgo are co-ruled with Mercury, okay? So Gemini energy is Mercury direct. Virgo energy is Mercury retrograde. So if you're turning down your brother's or your sister's sign, because Virgo is a feminine sign, if you're turning down their illumination, they're going to punish you with anxiety. And the anxiety is the Nine of Knives, your card that you rule. But you will receive that piece of information that you need to move forward. Someone is blocking you off, or maybe you're blocked off to, someone who could celebrate with you with this Lord of Wands energy. You're blocking off your own celebrations by doing this. The Five of Knives and the Judgment. Sharp communication. This is going to be very harsh communication for you, Gemini. With the Lord of Skulls coming out. Here's the thing, you're on a very limited time. Because these kings are going to move on without you. Alright? If you continue to allow yourself to be played by queens right here, then nothing's good going to happen for you. You have king energy coming out. Alright? They are more stable than the queen energies. That's why it has a hierarchy system. So you have three kings coming out already for you. The King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the King of Cups. And here's the thing, if you miss the opportunity with them, that's the Judgment. And they will clearly say this to you. Maybe it's someone within your life right here. They will say it to you. I don't care. Oh, you're in pain? Oh, well. They don't have any feelings for you anymore if you continue to do this. the Five of Skulls, and leaves you impoverished. Because I kind of feel like they've left the door open for you, and now they're being blocked off to celebrating, or because you're blocking them off from celebrating with you, they don't want you anymore, and they're going to go find their emotional abundance somewhere else. That's the thing, Gemini. I'm not going to read it like make you happy energy, okay? I'm going to read it for what it is. You're going to lose out on a really good opportunity if you continuously leave this door open for whatever this is. If you don't see the Hermit illumination. It's not saying that your life can't get any better, right? I'm just saying you're going to be missing one of the best opportunities right here, a piece to your star, the next step. The Queen of Knives, that's the harsh communication that I have to give you, okay? The Queen of Knives does not play. She is the queen on a chessboard. She takes pieces. She can move any which way she wants to, and she delivers a very, very harsh truth to someone. You will not be happy with this. Okay, if you continuously leave this door open, these kings are going to be moving on without you. Or it could be one person who has all of these things that, emotional stability, really attractive, really good in bed, someone who is stable with their money, financial stability. And it all requires you to let go of this fly-by-night energy. A fly-by-night, for those of you who don't know, have never read the book, or have just never heard the word, is someone who comes into your life. And in the book, he was someone who could ride a flying motorcycle, right? And he was very, he was all dressed in black. He looked like one of those bad boys, right? He had the looks. And he beguiled this girl to ride on his flying motorcycle with him instead of letting her just go to bed, right? So she ends up getting on the flying motorcycle, and then after they had seen the world together, he dropped her off in the middle of the field and flew away. And that's what this is. You're dealing with the fly-by-night. They don't want to have commitment with you, but you have king energy right here, right around the corner. And if you don't move on, and it could be someone that you know, like someone could honestly be sitting in the lap of luxury who wants to have communication with you, but they're going to move on and find something else, and they're going to be very happy, all right? Like, that's what the cards are saying. They want you, but if you're not going to heal from whatever this is and move on, all right, they're going to be happy somewhere else. And you're going to miss out on that. You're going to miss out on the stability. You're going to be left in the Five of Pentacles. Now, it's not saying that you can't recover from the Five of Pentacles. You can move on and find happiness with something else, right? Your future can always change. However, that's what this message is. The Seven of Grails, you're chasing a fantasy, the fly-by-night energy, all right? The Seven of Grails represents, it's just mystery. It's a man. He's sitting around in smoke, and there are 7 cups that are around him. It's Scorpio energy. It's just ignorance is bliss. You want something with this, but it's not. The Chariot, you could have victory somewhere else. You're going to have a great victory if you shut the door, okay? The Chariot represents cheating the situation. Scorpio represents death, right? The Chariot represents the people who got into the chariot. There are 2 prophets in the Bible who never died, right? They're brought up into heaven in chariots. So they basically cheated death. You could cheat the situation. You can have emotional happiness and emotional fulfillment. But stop letting a fly-by-night dictate how you feel and how you move, okay? And a fly-by-night could be, a job, a person, a place, or a thing. So, let's see. What do the spellcasting oracles have to say for you? But you're on a very limited time space. But with this 9 of Knives, with this Daughter of Skulls, and this 8 of Scepters, I kind of feel like you'll make the right decision, but you need to make it fast, all right? You need to come to the realization of how much influence someone has over your mind and how much influence they've made on you. Because remember, the Queen of Cups is a siren energy. So you have 2 basically siren cards coming out. So the Queen of Knives, or not the Queen of Knives, the Queen of Scepters, she's just beautiful. She's alluring. She's fiery. She's passionate. She kind of is like Liza Minnelli in the Cabaret, someone who's just like, ooh. And then this Queen of Grails right here is an actual siren. Like, she doesn't have legs. She has a snake for legs, right? Someone who has just like this beautiful voice that's alluring, that has like this hypnosis effect that they can put on you. So they're very powerful, but you have to break the spell. Hello, Gemini. Sorry about that. I have to edit the video because my camera died. I plugged it in, I plugged the cord into the camera, but I didn't plug the charging block into the wall. So, you know. Anyway, what's going on for Gemini? It's kind of like putting your clothes into the dryer and then forgetting to turn it on and you're in a hurry. So, what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? We have animals and we have justice. So here's the thing right here. I feel like this situation is going to be perfectly balanced out for you, okay? Because you have the good heart. You've been putting a lot into this situation right here, but here's the thing. You need to move your good heart somewhere else. Now, with this animals energy, what you need to do is you need to pay attention to the animals that are around you. And when I say pay attention to the animals around you, it could be like you see a fox. What does the fox mean? What does the fox say? See a bird like a crow, see a heron, whatever. Pay attention to what that animal is. Look it up. Keep a journal, all right? So let's see. What's going on with the witch's familiars? What do we need to know? I feel like this is really important for you because the witch's familiars are all animals. Well, some of them are like fairies, but anyway. What do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? 2 witch's familiars for Gemini. We have stag, premonition, and stag beetle, tenacity. Okay, so 2 different stags coming out. So nothing is really going to slow this situation down for you, okay? With this tenacity energy, cut this situation out of your life and continue to move forward. I feel like it's building momentum. I feel like once you end that situation, a new situation comes in. It's kind of like, oh, that's done. Healing process. But during the healing process, you meet someone new. With this stag premonition energy, it's like you're seeing something in the future. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to your dreams. If you get like a feeling, pay attention, all right? So let me get you a couple of awakened oracle cards. What do we need to know for Gemini? 1 card for this premonition energy. We have Sea Star. Here's the thing about the Sea Star. They can regenerate limbs, all right? That's what's important about this situation, is that sometimes regeneration is key. Healing yourself from whatever this was in the past. Healing yourself from this emotional vampire energy. Because we are using the tarot of the vampires. And in this deck right here, there is actually a card called the Vampire, and it represents emotional intelligence. People who just understand every little thing about you. They read you really, really well. And, you know, it can be a little bit scary of how well they can infiltrate your life. So what's going on for Gemini? What do we need to know? 1 more shuffle. We have Dawn, the light after the darkness, and Brambrack, sweetness and synergy. I'm going to pull you 1 more card because I don't really like the Brambrack energy. Red apple, risk and reward. Here's the thing. You're taking a risk to cut this situation out of your life, but here's the thing. You're rewarded right afterwards. You're rewarded with this apple energy. With this dawn, the light after the darkness, it's going to feel dark. You're going to be like, should I really cut this situation out of my life? Should I really, you know, leave something that's draining me? Yes, you should. Because as soon as you do, the dawn comes in. With this Brambrack sweetness and synergy, kind of represents good luck, okay? Because what they used to do is they used to bake like a piece of bread or a cake, and they would put different items inside of it. And then they would cut the cake into loaves or cut it into slices and then hand it out, right? And if you were lucky enough to get like the coin, it was supposed to represent, you know, financial stability. If you got like a ring, it's supposed to represent that you were going to get married. So that's what the Brambrack is. It's kind of like old pagan tradition and folklore. But pay attention to that. Maybe you're going to find something on the ground. Maybe find a ring, find a coin, find something. But it's going to be very important to your life right there. Maybe an animal is going to bring you something. What do we need to know? I'm going to get you 1 rune card. We have Algiz, protection. You're protected from the situation, okay? But you do need to move quickly. Like, should you end this fly-by-night energy? So protection, assistance, advancement, and persistence. You're going to be advancing really, really quickly. You're going to have assistance within the situation. It could be through animals, it could be through, just taking a risk. The spiritual meaning is guardian spirit, divine intervention, and mysticism. So this is divine intervention that you need to end this situation, all right? With feho, it means achieve a goal, attract money, succeed in business, and attain a premonition or a promotion or a new job. Hold on. Attain a promotion or a new job. So this could be about work as well. It doesn't always have to be a person. But I do see that you're going to be succeeding a lot. Maybe you're going to be elevating yourself to like this king-like position, okay? Maybe you're waiting around for like these queen energies and it's like, here's the next step within your life, because you do have the star. So it does kind of represent you taking the next step as well. This could represent that you take a very good financial job and it just elevates you above the rest. But had you not cut this person out of your life right here, you would have never attained that. So this is very important for you to understand, Gemini. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll talk to you later.